I remember when I was standing here, leaving my room voluntarily.
Do you know how awful it feels when you hide things from me? It's like you don't trust me enough to tell me the truth.
It's not about trust.
All right, Nicholas, can you please give me an update?
Lulu, don't play us off of each other.
Well, the difference is you respect my decisions and my feelings. Lucky, on the other hand, thinks I'm a hysterical kid who doesn't know what's good for her.
Lulu, we both want you to get well.
Then tell me the truth. Something happened.
Lucky, whatever it is, it's best you hear it from you.
Scott claims he has evidence that Logan was acting as an undercover cop.
What? That's crazy. Scott wanted Logan to be a cop, but Logan wasn't interested.
I know, Scott has proof.
Probably forged, not that it really matters. But listen, if Logan really was a cop, that makes his killing murder with special circumstances, right?
He's right. If he gets convicted, he could get the death penalty.
The prosecution calls Assistant Coroner Robert Banner. Dr. Banner, how long have you been a coroner?
3 years in Port Charles, 10 years before that in Buffalo.
So, when you say that Logan Hayes had been dead for 2 hours when you found him outside the clinic, is that more than an educated guess?
Oh, that's right. We can pinpoint the time of death between 6 and 9 p.m.
Well, what was the cause of death?
The victim died of a single stab wound, probably from a large kitchen knife.
Is this the kind of knife that killed Logan Hayes?
It's possible.
Well, how about this one?
That could be it, too.
Really? Well, this is from my kitchen, and this is from the Port Charles Police Department lunchroom. Now, I have to ask you, Dr. Banner, isn't it possible that there are thousands of kitchens that have the exact same kind of knife matching the one that killed Logan Hayes?
Yes.
Yes. No more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Baldwin, next witness.
I call Detective David Harper.
There must be a way to prove that Scott is lying.
Judge wasn't interested.
Okay, Scott wants revenge for Logan. He's not going to be happy until Johnny is dead, too.
You could still appeal.
Johnny is a Zakar. He's not going to last a week in prison.
And his family will protect him. The best lawyer money can buy.
I have to testify.
No, of course, absolutely not.
Scott, he'll twist everything you say.
The way to help John is to get well.
Okay, you know what? Will you just see Johnny for me and tell him that I love him and I believe in him?
Of course. Well, Lulu, try not to worry. You need to save every ounce of strength for yourself.
Johnny is on trial because of me. Honey? Hey, you look upset. Every time things start to get better, they get worse again. I saw you out here with your brothers. Is it too much for me to ask you to try to keep that secret? Lucky and Nicholas would be so happy if they knew about you, but I understand why you don't want them to know. Then something else is bothering you? Is it Logan? In a way. Johnny's murder trial started today in the DA's office. What? It doesn't matter. There's nothing we can do. It does matter. I can tell. It matters a lot to you. Are you trying to protect me from something? Please don't do that. I'm your mother. Talk to me. Scott Baldwin forged some document so that it looked like Logan was an undercover cop, which means if Johnny is convicted, he'll be facing the death penalty in my place.
The evidence indicated that the victim was murdered elsewhere and his body dropped at the clinic.
And on what do you base your conclusion?
My experience as a homicide detective.
Okay. So, in fact, elsewhere could mean anywhere within a 3-hour drive of Port Charles. Is that correct?
Or 3 blocks.
Well, for example, it could have been, say, a botched robbery or a gang killing.
As long as the gang member drives a late model high-end sedan with matching carpet fibers.
So in fact, in your experience, Detective, in homicide, if a person with severe stab wounds were to be dropped at a free clinic, wouldn't you conclude that that person who dropped them there in the first place was trying to get them medical help or save their life or something?
The victim had already been dead for at least 2 to 3 hours.
Well, yes, but you don't have any evidence that shows that my client killed Logan Hayes deliberately or otherwise. No proof that shows that he had intent.
We don't have an eyewitness? No.
No more questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Detective.
Let him off the hook.
No. Richard's doing better than I expected.
This is a waste of time. Zakara killed Logan. Why don't we just find him guilty and move on?
Juror number 2, please save your conversations for the jury room.
Well, we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Not until all the evidence has been presented. Do I need to go over the jury rules with you yet again?
I'll thank you not to patronize me, Judge.
You can be quiet or I'll send you to lockup on contempt and replace you with an alternate. Mr. Baldwin, call your next witness.
The state calls Claudia Sakara.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?